Hey guys, good morning from you know where. I'm not even going to tell you because you already know. All right, Southern Nevada. Hey, listen. Today we're going to do a review on the Rock Island TM22 A18 rifle. Look at this. Just bought this yesterday, brand new. Paid 130 bucks for it. I figured, why not? Now I know what some of you guys are thinking. You're thinking, wait, you did a Rock Island TM22 last year. You had a lot of problems with it, and it does not look like this one. You're right. It's this one right here. This is also a Rock Island TM22 A18. Completely different from this one. But we'll talk about that here in a moment. So, you know what? Let's get started. So let's talk about the TM22 because it can get a little confusing. Again, this is the TM22 standard. Now we have this one here. This is the Feather model. It's called Feather because it's very lightweight. It does have a polymer receiver. There is another one out there just like this one, except it has a metal receiver. Costs about twice as much. There's also a fourth version of the TM22, and that is a lever action magazine fed rifle. So these all use the same magazine, supposedly. We'll talk about the magazines later in the video, but right now, before we shoot this other one, let's talk about the problems I had with this one. Oh, I do want to add, we're going to shoot this first. Make sure it's going to operate okay. And then later in the video, we will take a closer look at it. But on this one here, you know, it shot CCI mini-mag ammo just fine. The problem was it would not extract a live round, a live CCI cartridge, which is kind of unusual because the bolt has dual extractors. Would not extract a live CCI round. Now when it comes to Federal auto match, this thing was basically a single shot. Same thing with Winchester ammo. Single shot rifle would extract a live round no problem. So today we're going to shoot auto match, Winchester, and CCI through this rifle and see how well it's going to shoot. So you know what, let's get set up and start shooting this because I'm anxious to see if it's going to work. Hey, real quick before we start shooting, let me show you the ammo. Brand new, fresh CCI Mini-Mag 40 grain copper plated ammo. And I have the Federal Auto Match 40 grain round nose. Federal Champion 36 grain copper plated hollow point. And I have Winchester Wildcat 40 grain copper plated hollow point. Okay, we're going to start off with the magazine that came with the rifle, 10 rounds of the CCI. And I do want to mention the only thing I've done to this, yesterday after I got home with it, I tore it apart, I cleaned it up real good, cleaned the bore, re-lubed it, and put it back together. So here we go, let's see what happens. And right now I just want to check reliability. Got a case sticking out there. Now this may need a break-in period, so we'll just keep shooting and see what happens. So got an empty case in there and looks like a live round in the chamber. And it does lock back on an empty magazine. All right, you know what? Let's try that again. Okay, same magazine, 10 round CCI. Almost. What was that, 9 rounds? Magazine is empty. And again, Maybe you can see it right there, but there's an empty case and it looks like a live round in there. Okay, there. I think that empty dropped out. No, still in there. There's the empty. There's the live round. Now, in all fairness to Rock Island, the manual says to fire 500 rounds to break it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire 200 rounds of CCI today, and we'll see if this clears up. Okay, I'm going to sit down now because I have a feeling it's going to be a long day. Right now I'm going to shoot the Federal auto match. I'm going to fire 10 rounds through this so you can see what it's doing, and then we'll fire 10 rounds through my my new TM22. Well, kiss my grits, look at that. Again, I did work on the extractors on that, maybe that helped. All right. Wow. I can't believe Federal Auto Match is out shooting the CCI. You know what? Let's do that again, just for the heck of it. I will speed this up a little bit. All right, 10 rounds. Wow, you know what? That's pretty impressive. Now, let's do this. Let's go back to CCI. 10 rounds. All right. Huh. You know, the only thing I've done different is I've sat down at a bench. That's kind of weird. But hey, if it's gonna shoot good like that, I'm happy. Let's try the Winchester Wildcat. All right. Huh. Maybe you just needed a very short break-in. But you know what? Let's try this other one with the Wildcat ammo, just for the heck of it. All right. Uh-oh. Yeah, this one does not like Winchester ammo. And what's happening is the boat's not coming all the way back. Huh. All right, you know what? Let me go get that Federal Champion ammo. All right, 10 rounds. All right, Federal Champion. Just checking my sights. It seems like they're pretty sighted in at about 50 yards or so, but hey, look at that. Did I mention I have a 25 round magazine? Yes, YouTube, this is a 25 round magazine. So let's load this up with CCI and see what happens. I'm going to turn the camera off because it might take me a minute or two. I think with this rifle we're going to stick with the 10 round magazines. This does have a few rounds left in it. Yeah, this one does like the CCI. All right, you know what? Let's put a red dot on this and do a little target shooting, I think. All right, so I mounted a Bushnell TRS-25 red dot. Really like these little red dots. They're inexpensive and they're perfect for a 22 rifle. But we're going to shoot this now at 40 yards with 10 rounds of Federal auto match, and then we'll walk down to the target and take a look at it. All right, hey, you know, that's not bad for a red dot shooting from a table like I was doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what? Let's go back in my shop and take a closer look at this TM22. All right, so again, this is the TM A18. And as you can see, it has a one-piece plastic or maybe polymer stock. It does have a cutout for an adjustable cheek weld. Length of pull on this from the trigger to the buttstock is 14 inches, so it is made for an adult. And we have the magazine release right here. Barrel length on this one is 18 inches. And I do have the Bushnell TRS-25 red dot. And safety behind the trigger guard. And the charging handle on this is reversible. And let's take a look at the markings on this. And this is made in Turkey. And this piece right here, if you slip it off, and it's on there pretty tight, you might need a screwdriver to start it, but if you slip it off, it does have a Picatinny rail. Now this does have sights on it, and the rear sight, as you can see, is really, really small, but it does work. And does have a front sight. Now the owner's manual doesn't address this, but both sights are adjustable. If you look right here in the very front, you have a little hex screw, and you can use a 5/64 bit to change the elevation on the front sight. And you can also adjust the rear sight, but that takes a even smaller wrench. This is a 1/16, and you can stick it right in here and adjust the windage with the rear sight. Rifle comes with one 10-round magazine, and you can buy extra magazines, but I want to show you something here. Here's the magazine latch. You can see how it will latch inside there. It uses this notch and latches in. Now the problem is, here's the 10-round magazine that came with my other TM22, and you know what? They look almost identical, but they're not. You'll notice this one has the notch in it, and this one does not, because it uses these notches here to latch into the other rifle. So if you buy a spare magazine, make sure it has a notch in the back. And I know what some of you are thinking, well, that's a pretty easy fix, and yes, it is. I know some of you might ask me about this area right here, and you know, I don't know why it looks like that. Looks kind of weird, but I can tell you that is plastic down there and not it's not the barrel. But anyways, let's go back out to the range and put just a few more rounds through this. All right, there you have it. So, what are my final thoughts on these two rifles? Well, I'll tell you what, this one here, still having problems with it, although it is shooting much better, but it still does not like Winchester ammo, and it still sometimes will not eject a live CCI round. Now this one had some problems at the very beginning, but I put less than 100 rounds through it, and it started shooting great. So, well worth $130, $140. I'm glad I bought it. Pretty accurate for a low-cost plinker. But I do have one last test I'm going to do here, just for the heck of it. 10 rounds of the Wildcat. Ten rounds of the Federal Auto Match. Yeah! Tell you what, guys, it's shooting great now. I like the rifle, and this might be a keeper here. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching my video, and we'll see you next time.